Hello, scholars, welcome back. It's Friday, May 1st, and we're going to hop in. So we've been using a lot of our pets this week, and we're going to continue with that. We're back with Miss Hildebrand's dogs, and we're actually going to talk about both of them today, which I'm really excited about because we haven't had a problem where we talk about both. So honestly, I can not tell the difference between these two. They are very similar. I'm pretty sure Miss Hildebrand can tell, but this one's taters, this one's waffles, and this story is about food for both of them, because what else motivates dogs more than food? And for today is Miss Hildebrand has 2 dogs, which we've already talked about. Waffles had 65 treats this week. His brother Tater had 37. How many more treats did Waffle get than Tater this week? I know there's a little apostrophe here. It's not on your, I think it's on your worksheet. I want you to get rid of that. It doesn't belong there. Alright, so today you need to do your retelling. Again, you need to cover it. You need to uncover it. To cover it and then retell it. Then we're going to uncover it and go into our next page. So right now, do your retelling. Alright, great job. Let's move on. So let's focus while we're doing this because this is the most important part because today there is no thumbs up or thumbs down question. So this one is very similar to yesterday's problem. So today is CGI sheet 24. So right now I need you to flip to that page. And we're going to read the problem. You're going to reread it. So let's go. Miss Hildebrand has 2 dogs. Waffles had 65 treats this week. His brother Tater had 37. How many more treats did Waffle get than Taters this week? Now you need to reread it. So pause and reread and then come back to me. Okay. Now we're going to go into our cubes. So the first thing we do is always the same in cubes. It's C and it's a C for circle, the key numbers. And it's what is the information that you know. So go through it. Waffles had 65 treats this week. His brother Tater had 37. I don't think there's any more numbers or units here, so we're going to move on to underlining the question. So you need to always think about what is the question asking you to find. It's right here. How many more treats did Waffle get than Taters this week? And our trickiest part is boxing the math action words. Very similar to yesterday, so if you remember yesterday's, I want you to point to what you think I'm going to be boxing. Alright, in 3, in 2, and in 1. Oops, that's not what I had boxed last time. But this is something you can box, that Waffles had 65. Taters had 37. Now, this is probably the part that you pointed to. How many more? Ooh. And I also boxed then. Sorry, I keep pressing it. So that how many more then question I told you yesterday, I don't know if you remember, what is that asking you to find? Another way to think of this problem is if Waffles got 65 and Taters got 37, how many more does Taters need to have the same number as Waffles? So this is the part where we just evaluated. We're thinking about what we have to do. I'm always going to tell you this part of how many more than. We did the same problem yesterday. What did we have to do with the how many more than question? We've been doing a lot of these recently, and I really want you to understand what that question is asking you for. This one is question 24. So this is a first way, a vertical way if you can. A number sentence, a word sentence. Don't forget filling up top with your name, date, and college. Second thing you're doing as well is making sure that you can explain your thinking. And while you're looking at my videos, I want you to think about your way and go, I did that. Did I do something similar? What did you do that was different? And that would really make it worthwhile for you because at the end of CGI, once we're done putting up our 3 different ways from 3 different scholars, we look at some differences and similarities. Alright, so right now get to work, and I want you to make sure that your paper is solved before you look at my paper. If you really need help today, you can always go back to yesterday's CGI because it's very, very, very similar problem. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit with mine. If you look at this one is about waffles.
getting 65 treats this week, and his brother Tater getting 7, and they want to know the difference. So they want to know the how many more than, and again, that's always asking you for the difference. If you're finding the difference, that is answer to a subtraction problem. First method I'm going to show you is a drawing method. I always end up drawing the hundreds, tens, and the ones because we're used to bigger numbers. Make sure you're writing the bigger number on top, so 65 should be on top, 37 on the bottom, and you're only drawing the top number. Oops. Sorry. And you are crossing out the bottom number. So you have 5 here, you need to cross off 7, so we're going to check that off. We're going to plop it over here and do 10. Now you can cross off 7. You see I crossed off an entire row of 5 because I already know that's 5. So I said 5, 6, 7. That's why I draw in rows of 5. So now I know I have 5, 6, 7, 8 left here. I need to cross off 3. Ooh, I only have 6 here right now. So I need to cross off 3 from here. So 1, 2, 3. So now I have 2 left. So my answer here is 28. Adding up way. And it is where you're technically looking for the difference. So this is your number sentence, but we actually can change that into an addition number sentence. And now we're going to add up in order to find this. So right now we have 37. I'm going to add 3 more to get to 40. I need to get to 65. From 40, I'm not really confident in my adding skills. I can add 10, which is 50. If I go from there, if I add 10 more, I'm at 60. And from 60 to 65, I need to add 5 more, which is 65. Now what you need to do is add up the middle, and 10 and 10 is 20. 20 plus, so right now that's 20. 20 plus 5 is 25, 26, 27, 28, which gets you 28 down here. Which this is your answer. Our last method is actually just a simple vertical way, which turns out to be 7 all the way up to equals 8, and then that's a 28.
Alright, now that we solved, I want you to look at our number sentence and our word sentence. Our number sentence that I really started out with was 65 minus 37 equals blank. And that is because they're asking you for the difference. So to find the difference, it's the answer to a subtraction problem. The word sentence is Waffles got 28 more treats than Taters this week. This is really important because you need to know who had more. So you need to say Waffles, who had more than Taters. And you need to write down how many more. Or if you want to flip it around, then you want to write Taters got 28 less treats than Waffles this week. But you need to make sure the sentence is correct. Because if you wrote that Taters got 28 more treats than Waffles, this does not make sense because Waffles got 65 and Tater got 37. So make sure you're checking that out. And great job again this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!